Welcome to our tutorial on creating Touchback with Audaces Idea. Today we will explore this powerful software that allows you to create technical drawings and create your Touchback very easily. Audaces Idea is part of the Software 360 suite of software, offering features like technical drawing, print application, automatic cost estimation, and Touchback. Any change made in one program automatically updates information across all connected software. For example, if your pattern maker changed something in the patterns, that means that changed the cost of your product. You will see it in your Touchback. Today, we will create a simple Touchback to showcase how easy it is with Audaces Idea. Okay, so the first step, I will go to the left side of Audaces Idea and I will click in the mannequin. Once that we are here in the mannequins, you can see like so many options like females, men, boys, babies, even you have hair, makeup. So take your time and you can personalize and create your own mannequin. But in this case, I will use a croquis that I have ready made. So I will go to user and I will use my croquis. Remember that you can create your own mannequins and you can save it like a template. So I will click on insert. So now we will proceed to make the technical draws of our pants, and we will use three tools. We will use shape, mirror shapes, and mirror offsets. Right now you will understand what is the difference of each tools. So the first thing that I want to draw is like the waistband. So I will use the mirror shapes. So I will make click and I have to put my reference line in the middle, because everything that I draw in my right side, they will reflect it in the left side. So now I will start to draw my waistband and I will make click with the left button and then I will close this shape. I will do the same with the rest of my pants, and right now I will draw my legs. So I will close it and it's ready. So now I will delete my mannequin because I don't need it anymore. And how I explained you before, for example, if you don't like this shape, you can modify it in one side and they will reflect it in the another side. So for that reason, I think that Audaces Idea is very nice software and very friendly for any technical fashion designer. So right now I will use my mirror offsets because now I want to draw the pockets. So now I will put my reference line in the middle of my pants and I will start to draw my pockets. So now that I finish, I want to fix, for example, my waistband. So remember, everything that you modify in one side, you will see reflected in another side. So right now I have to fix my line of my pockets and is ready. So now that I finish, I will draw with my tool shape. I will draw my front crotch seam. I will make click with the left and then with the right to confirm. And now I will use the same tool, but this time I want to draw my fly front. So the good thing about Idea is if you make click with the left button, you can scroll, and with the scroll you can create the curve that you want. So in this case, I will create the curve that I want, and then I will make a straight line and go to the waistband. And remember, if you don't like the shape, you can change it very easily. Now that I finished the front, I will move it because now I want to create the black part. I want to create the black pants, and in this case I will use the same front, but I will delete, for example, the pockets, and I will create in that case my choke using the mirror shape, and then I will use my mirror offset. I will put my reference line in the middle and I will start to create my pockets. As you can see, it's very easy to create with these three tools our technical drawing. And now to create the stitching. If you're a technical designer, you will be very excited because I think that this tool is amazing because it's very easy to add the stitching in our technical drawings. So the first thing that I will do, for example, is to select with the control my hems in that case. So I will zoom so I can show you very easy how to add the stitching, and I will go to application and I will go to this part that I say seams, and I will choose available points. So in the seams you can see like so many seams, and over here you can add the zippers, like you have so many options, and even how I told you before, you can create your own stitches and save it like a template. So in that case, I will use like a double single needle and I will apply. Once that you apply, close the window and go to a new window that appear in Audaces Idea that they call seam. So on seams, you can choose the color of your stitching, you can use all the seam properties, and even here I will make like more zoom, and you can choose, for example, how what is the value that you want to separate each stitch, and even like you could see where you want to put your stitches, and even you can choose the length of your stitching. Like you can have like so many options to get the stitching that you want to recreate it. Did you see how easy it is to create the stitching of our design? So now I will start to add all the stitching of my design to finally complete my technical drawing. So now I would like to add the button for my pants, so I will show you another tool very nice of Audaces Idea. The tool that I want to show you is custom shapes. Once that you make click in custom shapes, they show you like so many notions and trims that you can use for your technical draws. In this case, I will use like button. I will want to see this one. I will use the FP030 and I will insert. So now I will go to my front flight and I will choose the size that I want for this button. In that case, I will change the color of my button. So I will make left click in the black color, and you change very easy the color of your nation. So now I want to add the print in my pants. So the good thing about the idea is very easy to add the print in the technical draw. The only thing that you have to do is to click in the insert pictures, and you have to insert the prints that you want to add in your technical draw. Once that you did it, you have to go to the application and you have to go to the print section and you have to select pattern. So now you have to apply the prints in your pants. So in that case, it's the front, the waistband, the back, the pockets, and the waistband too. For example, if you don't like the scale or you want to change anything in the print, you can double click and there will appear two windows. In the first window you have like image or picture, and here you can make like some changes in your print, and even you can change the texture of your print. Like for example, you can choose the repetition, you can choose the repeat of the print, and even the width and the length. In this case, I will leave it like is because I like it how they look. But I find very helpful this tool to apply any print or any located print in our technical drawings. So now that we have to save these technical drawings, I will go to the right side. In the right side, you can see collection. So in this case, you have to choose a name for your collection. In this collection, I will choose my name. It will be Denise 2025. And in description, you have to say a description about your collection. I will say that it's a PDF pattern that I want to create for my next drop collection. And here is will be the responsible of your of this sketch bag. In this case, it's myself, so it's Denise. Even you can add an observation, and now I will go to File and Save as this sketch bag. So now that I save this file, I want to show you another tool that I think that is very helpful. So you will go here to this icon, and you can choose how many rows you want and columns. In this case, I want to create like maybe I think that this will be 4, and I think that this will be 2 rows. So the thing you have to select the size that you want. So now I will select with the control these two pieces, and I will make click with the right and I will choose merge. Once that you merge, now I want to add my logo in this sketch bag. So I will go again to the insert pictures and I will add my logo. So now that I select my logo, I will make click here and I add my logo. So now here I will write with the text tool, I will write collection, and even here I will write the description. I will change my description. I will write like print that animal print, for example. So the good thing about Idea is that if you make click here, you can insert the name of your collection very easily, how the description. And even now here I can move, for example, like my technical draws, I will put the front here and then here at the back, and I will write with the text tool that this one is the front, and this one is the back. So now I want to add the fabric that I am using. If you make click here and create a new material, here I will choose the name. For example, in this case it will be the fabric, for example, fabric or linen fabric, for example, linen fabric. Here I will write a description, linen printed. Even you can write your supplier, in this case is Stresso. You can apply, for example, the color and even like observation, and even like you can write, for example, how many meters take to make these pants. In this case it will be here you have to write the cost, for example, $20, and this will be 1.5. So now here you have to put the price of the fabric. In this case is $20 per meter, and here in the quantity to make this pant they take me, for example, 2 meters. And even here you can write, for example, if you work in meters or yards. It depends in which country are you working. So in this case you can see that if I use 2 meters to make this pant, per $20 the cost is $40. So now I want to add another material that in this case it will be my notion of the bottom. So I will choose like bottom. I can put like a description too, and even you can write the supplier, and even you can write an observation, and even you can write how much cost the, for example, the button. In this case is like one button that is like 15 cents, and even like, for example, you can add the zipper in this case. So once that I add in this case the fabric, the button and the notions, now I will go to activities. In activities you have to add all the activities that is involved to make these pants. For example, in this case it will be, for example, the sewing, and even here you can write how much they charge you to sew this sample. For example, in this case they charge me $10 to make only one pant. And then, for example, you realize that another activities that is will be involved these pants is the print. And in this case they charge you like $5, for example, to print the pattern. So how I told you, like all the software of Audaces 360, they are all connected. So here in the right side, you can add even the pattern and even the marker. So it's very helpful for any technical designer. So for example, if the pattern maker change anything in the pattern or even the marker, you will see reflected here in the tech pack. But right now I will show you how you have to add, for example, your 3D, for example, that you made in Fashion Studio. You have to go here in the icon that they say Fashion Studio, and here I will select my 3D design. So here in the right side, you can see my technical, my 3D about this design. So the good thing that you have to here, you have to click in the insert the image. So I will insert here. So now, for example, I will move my back here in the top, and here I will select and put my front, and I will copy paste because I want to show the different kind of view of my pants. So I will select this one in the middle, and you will see here a new windows, and here you will see view front, and in this case I will use the, for example, the left side. Yeah. And here I will choose again the view back. How you see, it's very easy to add, and I think that you can see how easy it is to work with Audaces Idea because it's all connected and it's very easy and very friendly to use. For sure, if you are working like a technical designer, the design of your tech pack and all the information that you want to add in your tech pack, it depends on the company or your client that you are working on. But for finish this tutorial, I want to show you another tool that I think that is very important, and I think that they make a huge difference from Audaces to another softwares. So I will add another page. And for example, here I will copy and paste my 3D designs. And now I want to add in my tech pack, for example, all the materials, the activities, and I want to see the final cost to make these packs. So if you go to your window technical sheet, you will go to table and you will select, for example, in this case, the material table. You will choose, for example, the size of this table, and you will see reflected like all the materials that go to make your pants. And even I will select the activities too. So now you can see reflected the material table and the activities table. For sure, you can use filters and you can add like more informations, and even you can add tables, for example, about the measurement tables, pattern tables, marker tables. But the idea of this tutorial is to show you only a few tools of this amazing program. So right now that I have my materials and my activities tables, I want to add the cost. So I will go here again and I will use that I want like 1 row and 2 columns, for example. And here with the text tool, I will write total cost. And now here in the left side, you can see the cost total to make these pants. So it will be 57. And I think that is amazing. So let me know if you want another tutorial that we can talk about more deeply about each tool that I have Audaces Idea. As you can see, creating TechBack with Audaces Idea is straightforward and efficient, with its user-friendly interface and seamless integration with other Audaces software. You can streamline your design process and bring your collection to life with it. I hope that you find this tutorial helpful. If you want to learn more about the tools in this software, stay tuned for our next tutorial. See you the next time. Bye bye!